After SUA, I went to law school. I practiced as an attorney for 3 years, and I'm now a police officer in Washington, D.C. I'm a detective, and I investigate essentially child abuse in the district. Speaking about your ability to communicate and deal with confrontation, like that's what I do every day. And again, because of the experience that I had at SUA, whether I'm speaking with a witness or a victim, especially in my line of work, where victims of crimes are probably going through the hardest part of their life in that moment, giving them comfort, showing them sympathy and empathy. But again, I really credit SUA for giving me the ability to communicate with people effectively and gaining their trust. I have a family member that went through some pretty difficult circumstances. She was a victim of pretty heinous crimes, so I already had that in me to have. I don't know what to call it, maybe a sense of justice. I think at that time it wasn't. I think it was coming more from anger than it was from any real sense of justice. I think at SUA translated that anger into something value creating. Just taught me perhaps a more compassionate way of dealing with this anger that I had inside me. I mean, you talk about the most vulnerable population, children. They're innocent. When they become victims, it's really no fault of their own. And I know the founder of SUA, Daisaku Ikeda, is really big on raising the next generation of leaders, and it's very difficult to do that when we live in a society where children become victims of crimes. Your ability to protect children and the most vulnerable populations was a huge reason why I went into that line of work. And SUA, as a general rule, teaches you to be a more compassionate person. Children have to have a voice that sometimes the parents don't give them, or sometimes the adult world or the society doesn't give them. So, my job, I feel, is giving them an opportunity to have a voice. Perhaps you don't see, they're not like these huge, I say, like world-changing things, but like I guarantee, especially children who are like maybe between the ages of like 8 and 12 will definitely remember, oh, that one cop really dealt with me in a way that I really appreciated, and perhaps that will be the person who was able to make a huge difference in the world just because someone treated them fairly.